My name's Arnold Allen and I'm a UFC fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mulligan called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 33 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Arnold Almighty
About 16, 17 that I realised I sort of could make something of it, and I just sort of, that's where the discipline come. All the guys that do well, they work harder than everyone else, so I realised that's what I had to do. And I've written it down in my little sort of my dream list thing, like this is going to be when I make my debut and all that. And my plan was, if it doesn't work out and I'm not in the UFC by 21, I'm gonna get a job and get a normal job and put MMA as like a hobby. But fortunately they signed me when I was 21, and I wrote it down. I was gonna win my debut when I'm 21, get a finishing bonus, and yeah, that was it, and I did both, yeah.
You wanted to make a big statement against the biggest opponent with the biggest spotlight that you have. I think you made it.
Top 5 now for sure. What are we thinking, Calvin Qatar?
It's kind of, I don't know if it sounds cocky, but it was kind of, I always kind of expected it because I worked for it and visualized it, and you know, every day I thought about it, and it just felt normal in a way. It just felt like, yep, this is where I'm meant to be, and not in a cocky way, but it was kind of, I thought about it so much, it was as if I'd seen it so much, I felt like I'd lived that already, so I felt like I was already there. And so when I was there, it was like, yeah, about time, you know, what took them so long, sort of thing. But yeah, I didn't realise I was still a bit immature, 21, sort of maybe not ready for the big dogs just yet. But fortunately, through injuries and stuff, it slowed me down, and I've had a slow progression, and you know, it's worked out. Like, what's the point of doing it if you don't want to be the best? Like, why waste your time if you just want to be another guy in the sport? And it's a lot of impact on your body, you know, your knees, your elbows, you're putting in a lot of hours, everything hurts, always, and I want something shiny and gold to show for it at the end of it, at least. Like, my coach actually was away and couldn't make it, his flight got cancelled and he couldn't make it to my fight. But it kind of worked out because I ended up having my dad in my corner for the first UFC fight. He'd cornered me for like amateur fights and stuff. But that was the first time he'd cornered me in the UFC, and I just kind of sort of just remember thinking, I can't quit in front of my dad. It's just embarrassing, I can't do it. I was like, I know he'd be disappointed if I just sort of go, oh, I'm done, sort of thing, you know, give up a position. I was like, whatever happens, I'm winning this, I'm not going to quit, you have to take me out. And yeah, it was just seeing him in the corner, sort of, he didn't even say anything, just looking at him, I was just like, yeah, I know. Just sort of looking at him, I could see in his face, he's like, oh, come on, like, what are you doing? But yeah, so ever since I've had him in my corner, and like, even if he doesn't say anything, it's more than, it just, the motivation factor of just him being there is enough for me.
You say when you win the championship, you're gonna share that moment with him then?
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Always. I've always sort of visualised that, and you know, giving him. Like, if I win the belt, I'm going to give it to him. Like, it's not for me. So yeah, that's the plan. I think you see a lot. Like, a lot of people, it's a lot of work. You know, it just sort of be nice to have that, like, something to show all that hard work and all that sort of getting up early in the morning, getting home late, travelling everywhere, and you know, flying different countries to get the best training in, sort of missing family, missing home, all those things. Yeah, it'd be nice to like make that all worth it. And for me, it feels like a waste if I don't get that. So. I'm 8-0 in the UFC now. I'm currently ranked number 6, and I think I have the second longest win streak in the division. I think the champion has a longer one, I think. I just need a couple more wins over top competition. If I get them fights with guys ranked above me, I could beat a couple more of them, and I don't see why not. Like, why I wouldn't be in a title fight if I win the next two, and especially if I win them in exciting fashion. I don't see no reason why not. And I think featherweight in the UFC is probably one of the most stacked divisions. It's, you know, you got Alexander Volkanovski who's the champion, and he's beat Max Holloway twice. And a lot of people regard Max Holloway as the champion, and Max Holloway is a big hurdle to get to, and he's not even the champion. So it's the stacked division, but you get wins over guys like that, like, you can't deny it. I never knew what, and I still don't know what, and I haven't thought that far ahead really, but I always thought about like giving back something after, like even in, like, it's not, where I'm from is not rough by any stretch of the imagination, but it's there's not a lot going on there. There's not a lot of opportunities for sort of like younger people, if you know what I mean. It's not like dangerous place. He's not going to sort of get robbed or anything like that. It's just, as a young guy, there's not a lot of things to do, like sporting wise, and it's kind of the perfect place to sort of fall into that school, uni, work, and retire sort of thing, you know, like without actually chasing any of your dreams. So maybe like a fighting gym or something in the town, or a boxing gym, something, just to give back to the community there for younger people coming through, because there's not too many opportunities in that sense there. Yeah. It's literally a place people go to retire. So, yeah.
I just want to say a massive congratulations to Arnold Allen, first of all. We've just watched his fights this last week, and what a standout performance, defeating on his feet. Unbelievable to watch, one of the best UFC events I've ever watched. Go down below, a link for Arnold's profile to see what he gets up to. My favourite fighter in the UFC. I have a bias at the moment, but there you go. Today's video was brought to you by Mulliganbrothers.com, where you can now buy the Let's Effing Go t-shirts, the Inspire Change t-shirts. Mulligan Brothers t-shirts will be dropping soon, and also the Not a Journal has now gone live. So all the support makes these videos possible. It allows us to go film people like Arnold Allen and hear their stories. If you want to see more behind the scenes of what I get up to on a day-to-day basis, go follow me at Jordan Mulligan Brother on Instagram, and also consider becoming a channel member with a join button down below. Thank you, Mulligan Brothers family, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.